Now, my biggest struggle as a content creator when it comes to managing my accessories is charging. Everyone knows that you've got that little corner in your house or your room or your studio that's just full of absolute webs of cables that just randomly gets plugged into things. And to be honest with you, until realizing it is actually a massive safety risk. So Sabrent were very kind to send over one of those devices that is going to negate all of my issues when it comes to cable management and safety. So let's get into it. So this is what we're looking at. This is the Sabrent VOLTIK 252W charger. Has 8 ports, LCD screen. It is power demand, USB Type-C, and compatible with USB Type-A. So let's get into it and see what we get. So to start off, we do get a nice little user manual here. Just going to tell you everything you need to know about them and how to get it all set up and started. We do get a back plate as well, which is quite nice. Going to allow us to store it obviously off the desk as well, so we know fine well secure. The main power cable, 2-port power cable, as well as a little bag of screws, as well as wall plugs. Obviously that is for the little stand. So on the front of the screen, we do have the massive LCD screen going on the front. We've got 4 USB Type-C ports and we have 4 USB Type-A ports. On the back, oh, little peel plastic. Don't know why, it's so satisfying to peel that. On the back here, we do have the 2 mounting points. So when that goes on there, clicks in, that's pretty much locked in there, which is quite nice to see. So that is one thing we are going to be using. Then on the bottom, we do have the K-lock as well as the power port as well. We've got all the information on the bottom, which is quite nice. But let's get it plugged in and see what we're working with. So I have a couple USB cables here, USB Type-C to USB Type-C cables. I'm going to get that plugged into that side. So they're all labelled. So we've got C1A, C1A, C2A, C1B, and C2B. So we've got it all set up. As we can see, we've got our little ports there. We've got C1A, C2A, C1B, C2B, A1A, A2A, A1B, and A2B. So what's going to happen is, at the minute, nothing's charging. Even if I put a cable in, and then if I grab this one, get this plugged into the USB Type-A cable, get that plugged in as well, we will then see another power draw. So like I said, we're both charging these. So that mouse is charging at 0.8 watts and this one is charging at 0.8 watts as well. But what if we need to charge something that demands more power? So let's go for a Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. I have another USB to USB Type-C cable here. I'm going to get this plugged into C1B. That's in C1B. Plug in my phone. And straight away at the minute, so as you can see, so my phone's drawing a hell of a lot more than the mice. So one mouse is charging at 0.7 to 0.8. The other one is charging at 0.8. And now my phone is charging at between 16 and 18 point, well, I'd say about, oh no, it's going a little bit higher now. So I think it's starting to level out. So we're at 19.3 watts. So I'm currently charging 3 devices at their rate of power. So if I unplug one of the USB Type-Cs, it doesn't change the wattage on the other one. So they're completely separate. So I'll get that plugged in as well. I'll get that plugged back in. So that's all set. What else can we charge? So I have another USB Type-C here. I'm going to plug that into this one. And I'm going to grab my DJI Mic 2 charging case. I'm going to get that plugged in. And there we go. So at the minute, the mouse still is charging at 0.8. The charging case is now charging at 6.5. This mouse down here is charging at 0.8. And my phone is charging at 19.6 watts. Pretty simple. I have to admit, very, very simple. Now, the good thing about this little device here, so if I click the middle button here, what it allows me to do, it does a full breakdown of each of the devices. So C1A, which is the mouse, voltage 5.1 volts, current 0.2 amps, temperature 27 degrees, and time, how long it's been charging for, is a minute. Go to the next one, C2A. And what I'm looking for is the C1B. That's the one I want to see. So C1B, the voltage is carrying is 17.7 volts. The current is 1.1 amps and the temperature is 27 and the time charging is 2 minutes. So even though I've got 4 devices charging at the same time, the wattage still hasn't changed. So we've got 0.8, 5.2, 19.7. If anything, it's went a little bit higher. And then we also have A1B, which is 0.8. Now, even though that I've got all of these together, this manages anything up to 250 watts of power. Now, how is that distributed? The matter of fact that I'm charging 4 devices at their own individual wattages. On the front, like I said, we got 4 USB Type-C and 4 USB Type-A ports. Now, the USB Type-C ports each output a massive 100 watts individually. They are grouped in pairs, meaning a single pair can push 125 watts total, but the USB-A ports have a max of 18 watts each, which is perfect for your older accessories, smartwatches, or even wireless earbuds that don't require a mass amount of power. And plus, because it supports PD 3.0 and programmable power supply, it safely handshakes with your devices to give them exactly the power they need without frying the battery. And you can literally plug in heavy-duty laptops, Steam Decks, an iPad, as we can see, a Samsung Galaxy S26. And this thing pretty much just brushes it off and just charges them all from what they're rated to, which is incredible. Now, pushing 250 watts means that you are dealing with a lot of heat, which you're probably thinking, how does it manage to get away with that? Finally, Sabrent got this thing fully UL certified, which means active temperatures monitoring. As we see from the temperatures, it shows you exactly what temperatures that it's pulling per port, not just the device itself. So it has active temperature monitoring like we showed you on the LCD screen, overcharge protection, short circuit protection, and it feels very safe just to leave this plugged in 24/7. We've got massive heat fins on the top as well, allowing it to dissipate heat. We actually have the bracket on the back, which is going to allow us to mount it, and it gives you the notification on the front of what temperatures you're actually pulling. But the thing is, having something like this that I've always wanted, what's the catch? Well, it's not exactly tiny. Don't get me wrong, this is pretty large. Obviously, comparing this to the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, you don't get me wrong, it's not the smallest beast in the world. It is relatively quite thick. But it is extremely travel friendly. Like I said, we have the removable C7 power cord at the bottom, meaning you don't have giant power bricks dangling from the wall or outlets and all this. And yes, it comes in at around 1.5 pounds, but you aren't really throwing this inside of a small bag or anything like this. This thing is very much dedicated travel hub for a hotel room, permanent residence, and or like me, a YouTube setup where I charge a million things every single day. At the end of the day, don't get me wrong, for something that's just under £100 at the time of recording, the Sabrent VOLTIK is an absolute powerhouse. If you're tired of playing musical chairs with those wall outlets and USB-C cables trying to charge all your items at once, or you just want a little bit transparency of how fast your tech is actually charging, this is easily one of the best multi-device chargers on the market right now. So let me know in the comment section below of what you think about the Sabrent VOLTIK 252 watt power supply. It is an absolute king. It is. I'm sorry. This is going to live over there where all my camera accessories go and all my charging accessories go. I'm going to leave it on. It's not going to get turned off. And I don't have to worry about cable management ever again. I don't need a spider's web of cables just dangling around and mischarging stuff and not putting them in the right cables. It's all going to be controlled by this little beast right here. So if you want to go check them out for yourself, please do check the links in the video description. If you've got one, you've got any issues, drop it down in the comment section. Or by all means, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Hey, I'll catch you in the next video.